going on, amazing people? My name is Michelle Farley of MichelleFarleyWrites.com, and this is Copy Magnet TV. Now, each week I'll bring to you tips, tricks, and resources all about the fine art of copywriting, how you can become a copywriter, and if you're a business, some copywriting tips that help you make your words pop on your websites, on your products, and your services page, all that good stuff. Today was supposed to be another day in the life of a copywriter, and I had my phone, I had my camera, didn't turn it on, ended up having a really cool breakfast date with my husband, and I got home, and then I had to do a few emails, sending some invoices, just some more administrative tasks. And today I wanted to walk through how I do brain dumps. I don't know, I've gotten a couple of questions about that, as far as like when you have ideas or you're trying to map out things, how do you do a brain dump in regards to copywriting projects. But honestly, I have a lot going on right now, and so my brain dumps are more than just copywriting and kind of breaking down the content for that, but just how I do an overall brain dump of my mind into different categories, and then after that I'm able to use my productivity tips and my Google Docs and all that stuff too. So I'm gonna get set up and then we'll meet back over here. I am not in my office today. I am hanging out in our family room because I honestly, y'all, it's a different kind of day, and you know, I like to shake things up, and I don't like to be confined, so I don't want to sit in my office today. So I am going to do that, so I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, so now I'm gonna kind of walk you through my own version of a brain dump. Like I said before, I have a lot of projects that are going on that very ambitious goals that I want to complete for the last quarter of the year, right? So September is the month where some things that I had the previous quarter that had kind of fizzled to the bottom of the list. Now those are the things that I'm really focusing on for this month, so that October, November, December is just go, 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 go. Now we all know that this pandemic, quarantine, what have you, has, you know, kind of altered the way that we all do real life, right, in day-to-day life. And for me, I was at a standstill for a little bit, you know. I also have a video about how I had to learn how to pivot in my business, right? So once I got, you know, dealt with my emotions, my feelings about what was happening, began to pivot, that helped in some of the areas, but some things were still stagnant. So not sure if you can see this. I am not using my regular camera. I'm using my camera phone today. So and our family, so I am in my family room today. Doesn't normally look like this, but you know, give your girl some grace. Today has been a day of days. So I decided today that I would just do 3 brain dumps, right? So one, I'm focusing on, can you see this? Okay, yeah, all right. So the first one is my Michelle Farley Rice brand, and also my Farley Creative co-brand. If you've followed me for a while, if you know that I do have 2 businesses that are kind of like their sister companies, so pretty much that. So I have a lot of September projects, which has been has brought joy and anxiety, and so this month I'm actually bringing on 2 people to help me with 2 of the larger projects that I'm really going to need some help, and I am loosening the reins off of my business to understand that if I truly want to grow, that I have to be able to start to extend myself to others, or extend opportunities to others so that they can flourish as well in their business. So I have 2 people that I'm going to bring on to help me with those. So that is that. I'm behind on my blogs. So I have enough for like 1 more week. So this week and next, I have the themes written out. Now I need to write them. So I'm gonna do my September, October, and November vlogs. I'm holding off on December because I feel like there's a lot of things that are going to happen in these 3 months, and so December is going to be a little different, but I already almost have an idea, not almost, but I have an idea of how I want December to go. I'm also thinking about whether or not I didn't put it on here, because I feel like once I put it on paper, then I have to do it. I'm still debating whether or not I'm going to do a Vlogmas video, as well as like the written word part for that. And then my social media calendar is trash, guys. It's super trash. So I want to be more consistent. I want to post at least 2 times a day on all of my social media, and that's a lot of work. So again, I'm thinking about actually sending my themes of things that I want to do and outsource them to someone that I know here locally who's a social media manager. So that might help. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do that or not, but definitely at least the themes and all the other stuff too, getting that done. All right, so over here, if some of you don't know that I am a filmmaker, and I just love saying that, because before I never referred to myself as a filmmaker. I always say I'm a writer, a screenwriter, and I'm an aspiring filmmaker. So I made my first film this summer, first short film this summer, and we actually won 2nd place, so I'm super pumped about that. But this is a passion project that I've actually been working on since last year, and just a lot of things happened, and then the pandemic happened, and it was just a lot going on. So basically, this is going to be a documentary, and it's a documentary about the sandwich generation in the African American community. For those of you who don't know what the sandwich generation is, this is basically when there is an adult like myself who has a family, and they're also responsible for taking care of an elderly or terminally ill parent, right? So they're sandwiched in between their own family and this family, and how do you make it all work? I just experienced this myself with my mother, and as I was going through it, I had met so many other people who were going around having that same experience or had had that experience, and I thought it was an important story to tell. And interesting enough that, you know, all races experience this sandwich generation thing, but African American community, as well as other, I hate calling us minorities, but other people of color, we tend to spend more times with our loved ones and taking care of them, but we also are ones that have the most amount of stress with the least amount of resources. So that's something that I'm working on. Super pumped about that. Coming soon. And hopefully by the time this video goes up, the website will be up. If not, that's okay. I'll talk about it again. So tentatively, it's called Caught in the Middle. And we already made the ask video. And this again, I'll go over like what the sandwich generation is, why it's an important story to tell, what we're asking of people. We're going to do things a little differently. So I have interviews. I have most of them locked down. There are some other experts that I wanted. I want to hit on 4 elements in the documentary, right? So I want to talk about the financial side, the spiritual side, the family side, right? The emotional side. And so I have pastors, I have therapists, sociologists, I have people who are just, you know, the human side of it, who have experienced it, are currently experiencing those types of things. So all of that is in there. It's going to be bomb. So just solidifying that, because we are in this COVID, just solidifying the shooting location. So some in the interviewees will be in person, some might be by Skype. So we're just trying to reimagine how that looks. And so I already solidified my DP, and just making sure that he's cool with his rate. And so this is what I'm currently working on this week, is the website, and then also starting a Patreon membership. So those of you, not just on this channel, but people who want to support the efforts in that, that they can fundraise that way. I want to stay away from the more larger known crowdfunding sources, because there's a lot that goes along with that. And I don't know if I really want that. And I do not have on makeup today, y'all, because it's hot and muggy here in Columbus, Ohio. So if you see all this stuff above my face, I apologize. Okay, so that is that. And then here is my book. So this is my children's book. So this is my second book. That it was actually slated to come out in October, and we had to move it back for a variety of different reasons. So we're going to push it back to November. One of the things that I did this go around with my book is that I actually hired a media publicist person to help me with some things, right? So I was like in the trenches of everything. And like I said, business is picking up in a lot of different things, and other opportunities are coming, which is such a blessing. And I have to just relinquish the reins of that. So the next couple of weeks, I'm just focusing on how I want to send my book out. I'm thinking about book bundles. I'm thinking about other miscellaneous items that can go along with the children's book that can be educational for those different organizations that I can partner with. Those things are on here. Whether or not I'm going to use Amazon, right? Because, excuse me, right? Whether or not I'm going to use Amazon because they took a nice portion of my money last time. So I don't know if I want to do that. And then reaching this new goal. So my one of my things was like how many copies do I like to sell in the first week? And I had a very small number. And so this 1,000 copies is my push goal right now. So focusing on like how can I make that happen. So that is something that I'm going to talk to my media publishers person this week about. So these are things that are going to happen in the next 2 weeks. And then also start thinking about my copywriting book, where it says 2020, but it's actually going to be 2021. I think I'm going to start the process after this rolls out in December, and then schedule a release date for that book, which I'm not quite sure. So that's why that's at the bottom of the list. So this is my brain dump right now to get it out. So later what I'm going to do is go through and prioritize what's going to happen for the rest of this week and next week. And then I'm going to put it in my Google Docs. Then after that, just start knocking it off the list, right? So I give myself an estimate of like how long I think each thing will take. Usually I'll do easiest to hardest, because the hardest will take more time and you never get down to the easiest thing. So that's what I typically do with that. But anyway, this type of brain dump you can do with almost anything. If it's your copywriting project, if it's your business project, you can go, easiest to hardest and just knock it out. Just give yourself a reasonable timeline. I think a lot of times we just, do a brain dump and then just try to do everything on the list in the order in which you wrote it, and that's not the purpose of the brain dump. The brain dump is for you to get it out of your head on the paper, and this works for me. For some people, you can put it on a Google Doc, but I need to touch it, I need to see it, and yeah. So my walls upstairs in my office are already looking crazy, so I came down here to the family room. So and my son, who I need to pick up very soon, he enjoys seeing this stuff on the wall anyway. He just really loves it, and it just brings joy to me and him. So so that's it. I hope you found this video helpful. This is really just to show you kind of like the back end of how I get things done, how I see things, and yeah. So, and actually I need to do one more brain dump because it is the themes for my October video. So, which I already have them written out, but I do want to make them bigger on this. So, anywho, I hope you guys found this video helpful. Again, my name is Michelle Farley. This is Copy Magnet TV. Until next time we meet, I wish you peace, joy, blessings, all that good stuff, and we'll talk real soon. Bye.